Hey, it's Rodney Bruce coming to you again, and this time we're going to look at the first step of the email profit cycle, and that's our opt-in page, also known as our lead capture page. I'm kind of going to go through the anatomy of what makes up an opt-in page. Now, the opt-in page probably is really the most important step of the cycle, because if it's not doing its job of enticing people to give us their email address, then we're not even going to have an email list to market to. So, not only are we going to look at what makes up an opt-in page, but going to discuss some of the things that will increase an opt-in page's conversion rate. Just as a quick example, in case you're not familiar with the term conversion rate, let's say you purchase 100 visitors, which is more commonly referred to as clicks, from a solo email ad provider. If 30 people out of those 100 actually submit their email address to you, that would be a 30% conversion rate. So just so you know, 30% is pretty decent conversion rate for an opt-in page. Some opt-in pages have had conversion rates as high as 50% or more. But then I've also known some people who have only gotten 5% or so conversion rate from their opt-in page. And again, just so you know, 5% is terrible. And so I'm going to try to help show you some things to avoid that. Now, first I'm going to show you an illustration of an opt-in page, just so I can show you the main components that make up most opt-in pages. And the first thing we're going to see on an opt-in page usually is a headline. And the headline's at the top of the page and is there to grab someone's attention immediately so that they are going to be more likely to read the rest of the page. Headline is almost always some type of statement or question about a particular problem that people in a certain niche, such as dog training or weight loss, like I mentioned in another video. And what we're doing is targeting the needs that those people need help with. For example, if you are in the dog training niche, your headline might read, "Learn the secrets of potty training your puppy in only 7 days." Now, of course, with a headline like that, you're going to have to actually provide your subscriber with the information that fulfills that promise. So in this case, you would want to have a free video or a written report that you could actually give to your subscribers that will show them how to literally potty train their puppy in 7 days. You don't ever want to make a promise and then not come through and follow through on fulfilling that promise. Now, we call this free report or video a lead magnet. And I mean, the meaning's kind of obvious. It's something that we use to entice a lead to give us their information and draw them to the information on the page and draw them into submitting their information. So that's where the term lead magnet comes from. And the lead magnet is really what provides the incentive for your visitor to enter their email address so they can get that free information or the free offer that you're making to them. So next, below the headline, you may put a short video explaining what the subscriber will receive, and it could be on either side, doesn't have to be on any particular side. But in a lot of cases, especially if you're giving away a free report or a short ebook. What we'll have here is instead of a video is an image of what looks like the cover of a book that will have the title of the free information that you're giving away. So either beside or below the image, you're going to see a brief description of the lead magnet, and most often a list of bullet points listing the benefits a subscriber will receive when they get access to that free lead magnet. Now, keep in mind that all parts of the opt-in page that we just talked about here will play a big part in your conversion rate of your opt-in page. So unless you get a 50% conversion rate from the first opt-in page you create, you're going to want to tweak things and then do a split test to see if you can increase the conversion rate of your page. And split testing is simply when you change something on your page, like your headline or maybe your bullet points, just to see if you can get a better conversion rate by using say a different headline or different bullet points. Now when you do this, you don't want to change more than one thing at a time. You want to test one thing at a time. Like maybe you're going to test different headlines to see if you can get a certain headline to increase your conversion rate. Now, if you're using an online platform like ClickFunnels, which is one of the few products that I do highly recommend, by the way. So if you are using something like ClickFunnels to create your opt-in pages and sales pages, they make split testing really, really easy. And I'll actually show you that inside my own ClickFunnels account in just a minute. But first, let's go. We're going to open my web browser, and I'm going to show you some examples of some live opt-in pages. So we're going to have to move this. One second. Okay, now this is one of my pages that I have on my one of my websites that I recommend different ebooks on a regular basis. And so you'll notice, kind of like I showed you on the illustration, we've got a headline here. We've got some bullet points describing the benefits they're going to receive by reading this book. And then right here is our opt-in page, or not our opt-in page, but our opt-in form, where somebody will put their email address, and then once they click this button, they'll be automatically put into our autoresponder. And here's another version. Let me move it just a little bit. Okay, now you can get a little bit better idea of what it looks like. We do have some white background at the bottom and some white background at the top, and you'll notice this pop-up box just popped in, and that's because I moved my cursor up above the top of the page, and this particular opt-in page is set up to where when somebody tries to leave the page, this pop-up comes on and tries to give them, some one more incentive to go ahead and put their email address in and get the free book. But I'll close that now, and we'll just take a look at the capture page, and you'll see that it's pretty similar to the illustration I had. We've got "Get Your Free Book Today" as kind of a sub headline, And then discover the simple steps I use to build a massively successful online business is our primary headline. And then here are our bullet points. And then on the right side, we've got our image of the report. And then here's our opt-in form once again. What we've done, rather than put the opt-in form down below this information and the image, we've actually put it up here closer, just to make it a little easier for them to see and give them a better chance to put their information in. And then we also have another subheadline down here at the bottom, just confirming that the book is free. The free book will be sent to the email address you submit above. Another reason we put a headline like that in is because a lot of people will think, or a lot of people do think, that they're going to get a access to their free book just by going to the next page, and so they'll put a fake email address in here and then click on give me my book, and they're hoping that they'll be able to download the book on the next page. Well, we don't set things up like that. We're doing this because we want to get access to their email address to be able to market to them in the future. So that's why we put this line here, to let them know that they have to put their actual email address in here in order to get access to the free book. And then show you one more here, and this is I don't normally make pages like this, but I wanted to try it. So this one is set up a little different. It's got just the headline and then a larger image of the book, and then below that it's got the opt-in form where they can put their name and email address. And then if I scroll down, you'll see that we actually have another headline and some details along with our bullet points on why they want to get access, or why they should want to get access to this free book. Just from personal experience, normally this type of capture page does not convert as well as this one does. And something else I wanted to point out, you'll notice that I don't know if all three of them have it or no. Okay, good. You see the background on this page is just some I don't know what it is. It's probably a time-lapsed photo of either some street lights or stoplights, or maybe some cars on the road. But and then this one has a partially white background with image of the beach in the middle here. And then this one, the entire the page is much bigger than what you're looking at here. In fact, I can zoom. Well, it doesn't zoom out. It doesn't zoom the background, so it doesn't make any difference. But the page, the actual web page itself is much wider than what you're seeing here in the video, and the whole background is a beach scene, and doesn't always happen this way, but what I've found is a lot of times when you put an image like this, it kind of gives you the impression of the type of lifestyle you can have once you become successful with internet marketing. If I want to go on vacation to the beach, or if I want to buy a house on the beach, I'll be able to do that once I'm successful as an internet marketer. So it kind of, I guess, subliminally, if I can say that word correctly, makes people, you know, gears their mind towards thinking of success more than just saying, looking at say you just had a solid blue black background or a solid white background, whatever. So believe it or not, I talked earlier about testing different things on your opt-in page to try to increase your conversion rate, and one of those things is the background. You can change the background and it will literally change your conversion rate. But the main things that change your conversion rate are your headline, your description or your bullet points, and then the image or the video that you have over here on the other side. And so those are the things that you're going to want to test to try to see if you can increase the conversion rates on your page. And I said I was going to show you that in ClickFunnels, so let me do that right quick. Here's inside my ClickFunnels account. You'll see that you can see those two pages that I was showing you a while ago. And basically what you do is you create your first capture page, and you kind of make that, well, they even mark it up here. They call it a control page. And this is the page that you leave the same all the time. You never change it. And then what you do is create a second page over here. And this is where you vary things like your headline or your image or your bullet points. And what you can do is when you send traffic to your link, right here is the link to this offer. And what happens is if you purchase, say, 100 clicks, 50 of those clicks will see this opt-in page, and 50 of those clicks will see this opt-in page. And then you can check the conversion rate on each one and see which one is the best. And if this one is still the best performing page, then you can change the headline again, or you can try putting the original headline back and changing, say, the bullet points or the image, and that's how you split test an opt-in page to get it to be as high as converting as possible. So, we went through a lot of information in this video, and some pretty detailed information. So I hope it's helped you. It should have, and because I really just meant to have about a 5-minute overview of opt-in pages, and we're pushing 20 minutes here. So I hope this gave you a lot of valuable information and has given you some ideas on what you need to do when you create your first opt-in page, and then when you want to start split testing your pages in order to try to increase your conversion rate. So that is it for the opt-in page video, and we'll see you in the next video.